Hello everybody and welcome back for a new video. This right here is the AD Auto Nuke dual sand comp. One push, reusable cobweb, you name it. And if you don't really know what it is and you haven't seen my latest video, then go ahead and just watch now. Basically it nukes from Y80, that's what the platform is right here. And then it basically nukes it all the way down. There's a few sand down there, but don't worry about it. You can just add like one TNT to the nuke if you really want it to go all the way down. The clock right here is not here just yet, but I can quickly make it. I don't know why I don't have it on. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's too much. There, that should do it. And maybe one more. There. Oop, let's get it to 4. There we go, that should do it. So now whenever we press this, we should have yeah, wait, that was a little bit too much. I'm pretty sure we need 2 more repeaters. Let me just check. Nope, that was perfect. Alright. But basically, this is the nuke. It auto nukes from Y80 to all the way down to bedrock, hopefully. Maybe just a few blocks missing there, but again, you can just simply add like 1 or 2 nuke to it, and that should actually do the build. It's only 2 blocks, so it's not really that bad. I just don't want to uneven the height of the nuke. So see right here, yeah, right here. So I don't want to uneven it. If you can add like 1 TNT to this one or 2 TNT to this one, then you should actually have a decent nuke all the way down to bedrock. But it's only like two single sand blocks, so that I'm pretty sure it should be fine. Again, we still have a 6 long dual sand comp here, and I did that because I don't feel like 60 and 80 need a higher sand compression. Mainly, you're gonna use these cannons here. Okay, we're out of sand. Mainly, you're gonna use these cannons here to fuck somebody up, but not really raid. So I choose to not make it too complicated with TNT, because if you have TNT down there, or if you make the sand compression longer, then you might have some issues. So the 60 and 80 is completely fail free. Then of course, if you water these cannons here that does have like a larger compression, if you water them wrong, then that is where it's gonna fuck up. So if you have a little bit of problems with the watering cannons, then go ahead and download the 60 and 80, and I can assure you that that will work. It is a 2-pulse hammer, as you see right here. Basically it pulses to you twice, meaning that the first pulse goes in, and while that is falling, the sand is falling as well. And as soon as all the sand has reached into the cobweb, that is where this second line of hammer goes in. It's very simple to see if you look here. That's the first hammer. Piston closes, and that's the second hammer, and that's how we get this nuke. It should be working on all servers. I haven't really checked out Psycho PvP or something like that, but I checked the more, like, I don't know if you could call it known faction servers, where they at least have a cannon server I tested it out on. That should work perfectly. Right here, that might look a little bit different, and that's because I can use this line right here to control how much sand goes into the cobweb. Basically, I'm pretty sure we only have a sand loose on 12 sand on this compression right here, meaning that only 12 of the sand, as you can see right here, if you make it stack here, only 12 sand breaks. Right there, you see a little bit of the sand broke when it's stacked. That's because we have a little bit too much sand into this compression, meaning that of course it can't stack over the barrel height, so the rest of the sand breaks. But hopefully you guys understand that it's not, I can't make it absolutely perfect, but I can make it as close as possible. So 12 sand loose every shot, that's not a lot. Hopefully you guys can live with that. You can mess with it a little bit yourself, putting this repeater back or forward, or extend the redstone and stuff like that, but that's really up to you. But I think that's just about it for this video here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video here, and remember, at the end of this video here, there's going to be a guide on how to do the more basic stuff, reverse scatter, water the cannon, and disable all sand, disable disable all TNT and such. That's going to be after the video. But again, I want to thank you guys for watching this video here. If you enjoyed it, remember to like the video. Comment down below if you have any questions, issues, whatsoever you might have with this cannon here. And then, as always, remember to subscribe to my channel. My name is Dexter, and I'm out. Right, so if you want a straight shoot without nuking, all you have to do is take that one off right there, take this one over here, and this one over here. And after you've done that, then you will be able to shoot, you will be able to stack, but there will not be any scatter on it, meaning it will not create a hole. So of course, if you want to fix that, go ahead and add a little scatter here. It could be any scatter, to be honest. You can have like a small scatter if you have a big scatter. In this case here, I'm just going to do a small scatter. So something like that right there. Now we know that that's right there. Oops. There we go. And then just add. Of course, you can choose to make a bigger scatter with comparators and stuff like that. It's really up to you. But I'm just going to take that into that one. There we go. Make sure we have red sand into it. There we go. And now we should be able to see it just a normal cannon. And again, the scatter can be different. It's really up to you what you want to do. There is different ways to do this. It's all about just finding the right ticks and stuff like that. So it's very simple to do. And nobody says it have to be such a small scatter. You can make it bigger with comparators. I'm pretty sure I showed you that in a video as well, how you can do that. So go ahead and figure that out. I'm sure you'll find it somewhere in my channel. But that is basically how you do that. As you see, there was a small hole. Let me just quickly patch this up here again. As there's a small hole here, and you'll be able to go to the next one. And of course, whenever you want to nuke, you just enable this one here, this one here, and this one here, and then you will be able to nuke every wall again. And that was how you basically shoot without the nuking part online. So if you want to reverse scatter with this nuking, again, you're going to take the second hammer off right here, you're going to take the nuke off, you're going to change the bevel, meaning these blocks right here going off, and that was 3 blocks I broke right there, by the way. You're going to place a cobblestone right here and place a trapdoor like that. Make sure that you can have a block there. Don't place a block, just make sure that there is a block right there. So now you'll be able to reverse scatter. Let me just go ahead and do that. And of course, this right here is going to be with sand. You can disable most of the sand by pressing right here. And of course, that is still going to give us 12 sand that is already in and already getting fired. But you can disable that. I'm going to show that. So right there, you see the sand falling. It did reverse up. There was a little bit of the sand. But let's go ahead and try that to disable that. Basically, that is kind of the one push that's putting the sand in. Just you can disable that, or you don't even have to do it here. Do it right there, like this, right there. Now there's no sand whatsoever coming out of the barrel. So now you should be able to reverse scatter without stacking sand. And let's see it right there. There you go. No sand either. That was the red sand. That was just about it. But you can disable that as well. Disable the red sand right here. Boom, that's the red sand. Now there's no red sand, so whenever we shoot again, there we go. Now when we shoot this time, there's going to be no red sand, there's going to be no compression sand, whatever, as you see right there. Perfect. No sand and reverse scatter, and we can do that up, as well as we can get rid of slabs. 60 blocks down, we can reverse 60 blocks up. Of course, you can add hammer if that's what you really need to, if you need to go a little bit higher. But other than that, this is how you reverse scatter. So if you want to change the hammer text for some reason, you always have to do it on these right here, closest to the power. So that means that one right there and the one over here. Do not change any other text over here. This text here is completely set for the nuking of order of entity, so don't mess with any of these texts whatsoever. Only mess with this one right here, and as well as this one over here. And I made these repeated right here because whatever you do at this moment, you are going to enable, or you're going to change both the speed of how much sand getting in down to the what is called the sand compression, meaning that it will take maybe 1 tick less or 1 tick more before the sand is down in the compression. It's going to take 1 tick more before the second and the first hammer down goes in. So it's going to take 1 tick more before the actually slap post here goes in and the nuke getting in. So when you change ticks on these right here, you changed everything together. because if you do it after that one, then the order of affinities is gonna fuck up. So make sure that you only do it on that one right here. And if the cannon doesn't have a repeater right here, you can easily add a repeater right here. Just make sure it's closest to the power, and then you should be fine. And that's how you change the. So if you want to disable all the sand on this cannon here, all you have to do right here, if you have the normal sand, that is what's falling down, that's like this second line right here, that's falling with 60 sand or something. Disable that by going right there. This right here gets to these pistons right here, and that is basically, if I can go in here, that is basically the one push right here, that's the sand right there. That is always going to be fired out unless you deactivate it over here like that. And then of course over here like that, and you can change. You can see the difference right here. You can either do it down here or you can do it right here. It doesn't really matter. It's just easier to access it. You can do it like that, boom, and then add it back, boom, if you wanted to do that. But for now, just go ahead and disable it right here. And right there, there's going to be no sand as well. If you took it down here, there's going to be no sand whatsoever. The wet sand is right here. You need to do right that. There's going to be no wet sand then. So right now, there's only TNT. And of course that will be a good thing if you guys are going for something where you don't want sand. But that was just how you disable all the sand. Alright, so if you want to disable all the TNT coming out of this cannon here, it is extremely easy. All you have to do is get rid of this right here. That gets rid of the 2 push hammer down over this side. This right here gets rid of both the hammer and the nuke, because it's all collected like this, so it's very easy to figure out. I made it right here, so it's as simple as possible for you guys to figure out how you do that. But basically, that is all you need to do. You have the slap boss right here. If you want that enabled, you do want that enabled in some cases. But if you don't, go ahead and remove the repeater, or just leave the repeater in and just take it out right there. That's fine as well. After you've done that and you can shoot, there's going to be no sand. That's only going to be sand. And that is ideal if you want to do something with the sand, if you want to like get a backbot or something like that. But that is basically how you do that. It's very simple. Right here, that was if you want to disable the sand, but we don't want to do that in this case right here. But all in all, guys, this is how you disable all the sand in the cannon, or all the TNT, sorry, in the cannon, meaning the only thing that will come out of the barrel is the sand, and that is it. But that was just how you disabled all the TNT. So if you want to water this cannon here, the easiest way to do it is just stand inside the barrel right here and just smash in the water buckets all the way to the guider, all the way to the power, and then of course go and take the little small things now. So that meaning the booster for the power, meaning the TNT realigner in there. Go from the other side, break the glass if you're in worry that it won't affect it. Some servers you can't place anything when there's a ladder in front of it, so just make sure you did that. Now let's do the hammer down, very easy, just do it like that. Make sure when it's all the way down that it's fully watered right here and it's fully watered right here. Sometimes you get problems with that if you forgot to make a source right there, then it looks something like that. So just make sure that's the case right there. Now that you've done that, we have the slap bust. Again, very simple. Now the syncopation might be a little bit different on your screen, because if you're using a higher cannon, then you might have some dispensers as where the slaps is, but you can just simply water that like that, and then you should be good. Other than that, then all we have left is the nuke part, and the nuke part should be very simple. It might look different on your screen. Don't worry, it's basically the same concept. Right here, you go and do it right there, and you do it. Let me just get up here. Do it right there, and then just chew out the entire thing right here. I made it 2 white, so it's easy for you to water it as well. And that is basically how you water it. If you're still in doubt on how to water some of the bigger cannons here, let me go up here. So let's say this right here. This is a little bit of a different nuke, but it is still the same concept. Water it right there, and then do it all the way over here. There we go. And then of course the 2 white right here, you can just smash it in, and that is how you do that. So that was how you watered your cannon. Hope that helped out a little bit. Again, thank you guys for watching this video here. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, you can show your support by subscribing to my channel. Also, make sure to check out my website mcweather.net, where there's over 100 schematic downloads of cannons, boosters, sound compressions, and much more. Before you leave me, go ahead and check out the 2 previous videos on the screen right now.